The next fight we got
sick fight.
Our very own. And listen, before I gotta do a public disclaimer. Khalil Rountree is by far one of the most talented fighters in the UFC right now.
He's talented.
He's one of the most professional. He has more heart than probably half the roster put together. And the guy only cares about fighting. He cares about being the highest level of a mixed martial artist you could possibly be.
But he also cares about everyone. He's such a nice guy.
The nicest guy. He's been representing our brand, JAXXON, in Santos Studio for years. He's in here all the time with Rampage, shows love, shows respect. It hurts me more than anything that watch this guy even take a punch.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, please do.
Please do.
Bro, I was so heartbroken.
Me too.
In this fight because he was doing great the whole fight, right? But I honestly think he overtrained because I've seen him in here. You remember his fight got canceled? He was right, and he's been in here training really hard, and he's be doing like crazy stuff. And I'm like, how many weeks has he been doing this? Like all that crazy workout. I know you can overtrain. So I was thinking when he was fighting, I was like, oh, he's going to have great cardio. Then I saw him in the last round.
I think it's two things. I think it could be overtraining. He puts in a lot of time and effort into it.
Actually, a good point.
But I also think it could be he's training the wrong energy systems.
What does that mean for the audience?
He is a fast twitch athlete. He is fast, explosive, muscular. And if you're not training the energy systems on the other side of it to be a long distance fighter as well too, you will burn out. Like it's like, and you got to be training your lactic thresholds. But Sam Calavita is the best in the world at, and knowing what you're like. Sam knows what your lactic threshold is, and you got to train in it to have it.
Real quick for the audience at home, lactic threshold is when your body starts going from burning fat to burning carbs. And
that's just your energy system. When you that's knowing your crossover point.
Can you break it down then more simpler for the audience so they understand what you're saying?
So aerobic base is, when you're burning fats for energy, you're doing like zone 2 training. Anytime you go over zone 2, and you got to know exactly what your heart rate is, and you got to use special algorithms to figure it out. But once you get over zone 2 training, you're starting to burn carbs for energy. When you burn carbs for energy, you start to produce lactic acid. You produce lactic acid, it makes you tired. You have a threshold that you can have, like genetically, you can move them by training in them. But people have these lactic thresholds. When you hit that wall and you're not used to being in that wall, you can't lift your arms up like you saw happen to him. Like you can't lift your arms up. You're tired. Like your brain doesn't work. Like you are tapped out. But the key point
you're trying to make is training the correct systems means training the correct training zones. Will make it simpler for the audience. It's just training the right thing so your body can adapt.
Well, also how genetically we're all different. Like the Diaz brothers, they're like zone 2 freaks. They can go forever, right? But they're not super explosive and powerful. He's explosive and powerful, so I needed him to do a lot of zone 2 training. So he built his base longer, so his crossover point isn't, let's just make easy math. His crossover point's at 140. Once his heart rate gets over 140, he starts burning carbs, starts producing lactic acid. Everything under 140 is burning fat. So if you train his energy system the right way, we'll move that crossover point to 155. Now you don't start producing lactic acid until you get over 155. It gives you that much more time before you start producing lactic acid. And then you also got to train that lactic threshold as well too, so that you can deal with when you get to it, because no matter what, you're going to get to it.
And the simpler terms just means that you don't fatigue as fast.
Exactly. And you got to train for your genetic makeup. And MMA is so hard, you have to train all of them. You have to train all of them.
Bro, I watched the fights last night with TJ at my house. I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, but TJ was showing me the moves during the fight. And he starts beating me up in front of Tarzan. But TJ is so surgical with his analysis of how people train. It gets me excited.
I'm telling you, he learned it.
I'm bricked up. Bro. Not like that, but I just meant like the term. I'm excited.
You know.
And this isn't my knowledge.
It's from Sam, huh?
It's from Sam Calavita.
And Sam Calavita, and the way you explain it to both of you guys, you said you can explain it in layman's terms so people like me can understand it.
Yeah.
Because when Sam does it, like I had to go through so many camps with Sam to learn it. And I feel like I'm an educated guy to do that. And I was a kinesiology major, clinical exercise science, so I had a little bit of a one step on that. But when Sam explains it to you, he's giving you all the terms. And a lot of times it's like over your head. But if I did it enough that I can like break it down a little bit. And I can't even do exactly what Sam does because that guy's a genius.
Yeah, he's a genius.